Joining us today for our wrap party is King Jordan and Power DF. We are so excited to have you two on the show. Joining Chris Manning, we're going to go 3v3 in proving grounds, try to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
We are going to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
For 2K TV. King Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great running with Power DF and LD2K, and it's great to be back on 2K TV. Thank you for having me.
Coming right up, the Mavericks taking on the Celtics. For the Mavericks, not the start to the season that this team wanted, but It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And there's Porzingis, and it's the Beast, and it's Pritchard in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Kyrie Irving is out there with Ivy. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall. And at the 3, the small forward. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Now Irving. And they cash in right away with a quick shot.
Kyrie going to work from the mid-range is a thing of beauty. Such a skilled offensive player.
Pass to the Beast. It's Brown on the wing. 5 on the clock. A 3 ball. The rebound by Ivy. Here's Dallas. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. 11 feet away. Here's Lively. That misses off the backboard.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
And the Mavericks with possession here. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Tatum's shot is off.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
From outside the arc. And Lively pulls it down. Last game for Boston, they pick up the W against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
The Celtics shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Davis finds Lively. Marshall with it. Brown's there. Marshall can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
The Bees passes to Brown. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And shot on the way. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Dallas making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. Boston also with the sub. White's checked in. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
He misses the free throw.
Kyrie Irving, special. I mean, as skilled a player as you'll ever see when it comes to handling the ball and scoring in close.
Christie, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardy comes in for Ivy. Boston also with the sub. Pippen's checked in for Pritchard. And he sinks the second.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Dominant play from Porzingis on the glass, securing the ball and finishing the play strong.
Pippen against Irving. Here's Prosper. He had 13 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the stripe a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Celtics foul. Jason Tatum. First personal foul.
The Mavericks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
For 2. Prosper.
And that one misses. Edwards, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Celtics also changing it up. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Porzingis. Williams comes in for Tatum. And Hart subbed in for Brown. He hits the second from the line. Here's Pippen, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Wembanyama. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Irving. Excellent D there from Williams.
2 minutes remaining.
And it's Williams with the ball for Boston. It's a 5-point game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 14-5 run here. Williams looking around. Sinks the triple.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Hardy. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
On the wing, Williams. Back to Pippen. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hart the pass to Pippen. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Hart. Christie with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hart the pass to White. Back to Hart. Over Irving. The Mavericks pull it in.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast, and there's Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against Chicago was sensational. He had 27 points, and you love what he gives his team at both ends. He was impressive in that one. He contributed in a variety of ways. Kevin, back to you.
David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
So, Clark, the last couple NBA seasons featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. We're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Hardy passes to Lively. Good on the shot. Lively's got his first 2 points of the night.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Tatum passes to the Beast. Back to Tatum. Here's the Beast. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Launches a 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Pass to Prosper. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Brown. The shot's good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
The Beast passes to Tatum. To the right side. Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Defense left Ivy an opening there, and he's just takes off for the finish.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan to come out of this timeout.
Davis is checked in for Derek Lively. Boston also with the sub. Chris Dunn's checked in for Pritchard. And the pass to the Beast. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Brown outside. Pass to the Beast. Takes the 3. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks trailed by 6. In the corner, Ivy with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ivy's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yep, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
A moment now to see the numbers for the Beast. First in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And as you said, number 1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Ivy. They get the rebound. Can't cash in from close range. Celtics leading by 5. To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Rebounded by the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next. What a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. It's hauled in by Dunn. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's the Beast. 16 points for him. And Davis sends it back.
If you don't know exactly where Davis is, he's going to deny you a shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
Hardy passes to Davis. And here's Hardy. Goes back up. Davis working in the paint.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
2 minutes remaining.
Brown drives in.
2 minutes.
Knocks down the 10-footer. And the Celtics lead by 7.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. The defense has no idea what to do with it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. You look at the Beast, he's really been playing well.
Man, he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Mavericks. 3rd best record here in the early going.
Right now, Dallas, they had a...
So it's Boston. Ahead by 9 is the quarter.
With the score, your Mavericks 33, the Celtics 42.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Ivy is out there with Irving. Then there's Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The shot by Pritchard, no good. Mavericks trail by 9. Ivy on the wing. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Ivy's got 10 points.
And lightning fast. Ivy has to get rid of it before the lead can collapse there. And he did.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Irving. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Ivy. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to the Beast. That's tipped. Marshall with the steal. To the paint. Here's Irving. Boston grabs the miss. Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. Here's the Beast. No good on the triple.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Dallas making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Another steal.
Look, you got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
And Brown drops them both. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Ivy. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Okay, fans, time to make some noise for your G-Town crew.
Stone's checked in for Boston.
Put your hands together. Substitution
for Dallas. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Derek Lively. Christie comes in for Marshall. And it's Hardy in for Irving. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Hart, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. The Beast comes in for Brown. Derek White's checked in for Chris Dunn. And Pippen subbed in for Pritchard. And that one falls for Ivy.
The first thing people mention about Ivy is that explosiveness. The first step allows him to get downhill and really makes him effective in those ISO situations.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's Christie. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's the Beast. Passes it to Hart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hart's got 8 points.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
A putback. It's good on the putback.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Now the pass to the Beast. From the arc. The shot will not fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Celtics lead by 3.
60.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Beast out there with Derek White, and it's Hart in at the 3 slot. Ball's knocked loose. stolen by Tatum. And it's sent back by Irving.
Excellent anticipation from Kyrie that time on the block.
Pass to Prosper. No good. That would have tied it.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Here's the beast. Count it. And the foul.
Hardy.
That one on Hardy.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Najee Marshall comes in for Christie. Then for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown comes in for Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in for White. Here's Hardy. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Hardy.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Off target from three-point range. Here's the Beast. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his fourth rebound in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Celtics foul.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule.
Second team foul.
On Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
It's blocked.
Nice D by Lively there. He can block shots both at the rim and out away from the basket.
Here's Irving. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's the Beast. Here's Pritchard. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Celtics leading by 6. Tatum passes to the Beast. Back to Tatum. Here's the Beast. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Irving against Hart. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart.
Second personal.
That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And the Mavericks call time here. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
Thanks so much, David. And that one's good. Hardy.
You got to appreciate Kyrie Irving's court awareness. Outstanding. Finding open teammates.
The kick out to Tatum. That three off the mark.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Marshall can't hit. Boston leading by 6. Hart the pass to the Beast. The kick out to Brown, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Dallas. And a change for the Celtics. Porzingis is checked in. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Dallas ball.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's his 5th foul.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Feeds it to Ivy. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Man, they really needed that from Ivy. How about that basket?
Down low, here's the Beast. Mavericks with the rebound. Irving's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the court.
Well, if they've got a favorite play they've been sitting on, now is the time to break it out.
Stolen by Lively. Here's Ivy. Up and in on the way. 23 points for Jaden Ivy.
And that's a testament to Ivy's strength. Remarkable job converting through the contact.
The Mavericks trailer. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the 4th, that would have been a big bucket for them.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
You know, Ivy loves to find that shot. The defense has to be more careful with him at the arc.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 1. There's 1:54 left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, the Beast.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Outside Irving. Pass to Ivy. Beyond the arc. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as much as 10. And stolen by Ivy. Outside Irving. 1:19 left to play here in the 4th. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's the Beast. Banked in off the glass. The Beast's got 29 in the game.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Mavericks trail by 3. Irving double team. Over in the corner, Marshall. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Brown outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Dallas calls timeout.
Here we go. Time for completion.
Here's Ivy. And yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. Ivy's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas. Here's Brown. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's out of bounds. Okay, they say it was last touched by Ivy. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
An in-your-face defender, Ivy won't give an inch. Disrupted the rhythm of that play.
And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
So it's Boston now. Inside, here's Brown. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see him run.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, your junior D-Town crew. That was your junior D-Town crew. Let me hear you.
Here's the Beast. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. Clock management at this time of the game.
So it gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Here's Brown. Offline from the top of the key. So a close game sees Dallas taking this. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Into it.
Lexus, you always challenging me. You know I love it when you challenge me, so let's do it.
Had to wear the Proving Grounds jersey today for this gameplay because I'm pretty excited. All right, what's the game plan, guys?
We'll just play sides if that's possible. But
Pass
if
the
not,
ball, exploit
I think we should be
mismatches,
fine.
kick out. Yeah, we good. We got him.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna let him backdoor me because that's
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of... So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Barnes is out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Reynolds in at the 5. And for Boston, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis, and it's the Beast in at the 2-guard spot. Well, Graham, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Quickly, outside. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown.
Go back to Quickly in his rookie year. He shot about 40% from deep, so shooting from long distance, not a problem.
Pass to the Beast. Puts up a deep 3. Reynolds with a rebound. Ingram against Brown. Here's Quickly. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Tatum against Barnes. 5 on the clock. Outside Barrett. Takes the 3. Boston pulls it in. Last time they met in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
Getting more and more consistent, which means more dangerous as Brandon Ingram knocks down 3.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brendan.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Quickly's got space. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Quickly's got his second basket of the night. Here's Pippen. Out to the wing. Here's the Beast. 32 points for him last game against Dallas.
And he changed the game at the defensive end. I lost count of the turnovers he forced.
Ingram. Rejected by Brown.
And that's all about anticipation. Jaylen Brown, high IQ defensively.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
The Beast shot is off.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Celtics trail by 4. Pippen, pass to the Beast. Pass to Tatum. Here's the Beast. Guarded by Barrett. Here's the Beast. A great score. Averaging almost 26 a game. Rebound Toronto. Reynolds has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Ingram off the drive. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Tatum.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Boston shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he makes the first. And Boston with some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And Derek White subbed in for Pippen.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And Toronto calls time here. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
That was a great win for them. Nobody liked their chances coming into the game, but when they got to OT, they put the hammer down.
Well, once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Fades and shoots. Here's Caver. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. That evens the score.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
The Raptors have gone only 3 for 9. The Celtics shooting the ball at 48% so far. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Pippen in at the point. That's the Boston 5.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And Toronto has possession. Knocked loose. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Mavericks was tremendous. He tallied 32 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore. So when you look at all of that, it was obviously just a great night for him, playing with a ton of heart. Back to you guys.
Outstanding. Thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Now here's Barnes. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. 6 to shoot. The 3, Barrett. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Hart with a basket on the assist by Tatum. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Well, the paint is where Hart does a lot of damage. He'll finish in there at close range.
It's Barrett on the wing. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's the Beast. Lays it up and banks it in. The Beast's got 5 points in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Reynolds. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Pass to the Beast. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And with the season just underway, here's a quick look at the early power rankings to see where we're at. You take a look at the Raptors. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
Scotty's such a good dunker. This is why the D can't let Barnes get that deep inside.
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And a fast break now for the Raptors. And stolen by Porzingis. And they're pushing it up. The baseline J. Pippen, no good. Raptors trail by 4. Down low. Here's Barrett. Pass to Quickly. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Here's the Beast. 9 points in the game. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. No luck on that one.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Tatum, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Ingram. Barnes passes to Quickly. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Boston's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. The Beast, good.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
And the Celtics call time here.
Okay, fans, who needs a free t-shirt? Get up on your feet.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. A moment here to see the numbers for Brandon Ingram. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. With the Celtics out in front, leading by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime.
The Raptors, 47.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Brandon Ingram out there with Barnes. And it's Reynolds in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stripped away. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Manuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Ingram, the pass to Barrett. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Brown. Wow, gutsy finish inside by Brown.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And here's Quickly. He has 7. Pass to Barrett, inside. The putback. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's the Beast. Drops in the layup for 2. The Beast has got 13.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Raptors trail by 13. To the paint. And it's Ingram with the basket on the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got 4 assists in the game. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's the Beast. And again, Boston with the triple.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
The offensive rebound. Reynolds' shot is off. Boston leading by 14. Here's Tatum. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Quickly outside. Pass to Barrett. Yep, that one's good. Barrett's got his second basket of the game.
You know, one of the keys to Barrett's game is he's got to play tough.
Here's the Beast. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Ingram against Brown. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Back to Ingram. Launches the three. Gets the three to fall. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ingram might want the straight-on shot, but if it's available in the corner, he can knock it down.
Here's Tatum from outside the arc. And the Celtics another three.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
The three, Barrett. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his third assist of the night.
Draining his first three of the game. No doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
The Beast passes to Brown. Pass to the Beast. Takes a three. Rebound Toronto. Reynolds has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, an all-star in year 3, Scotty Barnes has been an immediate impact player. It is not easy to do.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game now. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Josh Hart in for Brown. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team and hope for the best.
Boston leading by 10. Down low. Here's the Beast. Lays it up and in off a pretty assist. The Beast has got 12 points here in the second half.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The Celtics second.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
Here's the Beast. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Raptors trail by 14. Porter with it. 7 points in the game. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Tatum from long range. Rebound Toronto. Another steal. To the inside. Ooh, they pick off the pass.
2 minutes.
Outside Porter. Pass to Abaji. The three is up. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists now in the game. Boston leading by 9. Here's the Beast. It's hauled in by Caver. Caver's got his 5th rebound in this one. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Poke loose. Now the Celtics on the move. And Williams puts punches it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
1:14 left in the third. Back to Porter. And he can't get that one. Hart with the defensive effort. Here's Pippen, averaging around 6 a game. Here's the Beast. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count the basket. The Beast has got 27.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Raptors trail by 13. We've got 30. Off the lob. Jason Tatum.
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a pretty alley-oop.
Shot from 12. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got 9 points.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
To the middle. Here's the Beast. It's hauled in by Caver. Caver's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Porter. Here's Caver. It could go. Can't connect. 12 through 3 quarters of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Celtics out in front. They lead by 13. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Celtics lead by 13. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Barnes passes to Reynolds. To the wing on the left. Here's Walter. Just 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. For 3. Barrett. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 9 rebounds now. Porzingis up top. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
The closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And the second free throw is good.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn, and they're not wrong. His terrific stature and his shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
Now here's Quickly. Tight defense on him. Pass to Barrett. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White.
And it felt like RJ did a great job there of just baiting the defense in order to get the contact.
RJ Barrett, 2 shots.
That free throw misses.
You can see the focus here from RJ Barrett. He brings a subtle intensity to his game on both ends of the floor.
Brandon Ingram is checked in for Toronto. He hits the second from the line. Here's Brown. will make substitutions.
Shooting for Toronto, Scotty Barnes at the line for one.
That free throw good from Barnes.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Here's Pippen. And he lobs it up. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Walter from outside. And again, Toronto, no good.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's the Beast. The leaner inside. Rebound, Toronto. Here's Walter. And again, Toronto, no good. Pass to the Beast. For three. Sinks it from distance. The Beast's got 30.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Barrett. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Celtics.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the Beast.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Inside. On the wing quickly. There's the triple. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Here's the Beast. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
An impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Rebound, Toronto. Now here's quickly. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Green.
Good shot.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yes, okay.
Yep.
Power's carrying both of you.
Hey, that's fine. We playing as a team, Alexis.
Yeah.
Stay off my back.
You got it? Oh, I'm going.
Get dunked on again. Oh. I tried it. That's all right. Got a little overzealous there.
No, you're fine.
What?
Man, I saw you.
That's all right. That's all right.
Nah, it's all
They're
good.
just blitzing us, like, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
that's all.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Shot.
Let's go.
Good shot.
And here were the Boston Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. It's Friday night and live. And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Then it's the Beast. And there's Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. And looking at the Nets, Hansen is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Jeffries in at the 1 spot. So this is the first of 2 in a row. These two teams will play against each other. Greg, any advantages or disadvantages?
Well, I mean, I feel in the first game you can run your game. That second time around is when you get to dig deep into the...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Well, you love the strong finish by Cam Thomas. So good when he's getting to his game with assertiveness.
A pass to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Hansen. Baseline J on the way. Aldama gets the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Tatum looking around.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Hansen can hit. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. The coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Outside Tatum. Pass to Porzingis to the middle. Shots good by the Beast. The Beast's got his second basket.
Well, Porzingis has tremendous mobility, so engaged on the offensive end. He has no problem finding open teammates.
Shots good by the Beast.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Outside Tatum. To the inside, the Beast. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. 9 points for the Beast. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Jeffries the pass to Aldama. Inside, here's Claxton. Rebound Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Clock at 6. Here's Tatum, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it. From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
Celtics leading by 4. Passes to the Beast. Rebounded by Hansen. Brooklyn with the ball. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
A division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
Pass to Jeffries. The shot that time, not on target. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. The pass to Thomas. 3-pointer. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
We have watched Cam Thomas become more and more aggressive from three-point territory.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. They've got Thomas. Washington out there with Hansen. Then there's Forte. And it's Aldama. And at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Tatum kicks to Pippen. Pass to the Beast. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. The Beasts got the lead up to 11 now for Boston. Here's Forte. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Hansen. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Pippen, the pass to the Beast. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And here is Thomas. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit. Rebound by the Celtics.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Raptors was phenomenal. He scored 35 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Misses the 3. Nets trail by 11. It's Thomas on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
The Nets making a switch here. Jeffries is checked in. Boston also with the sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for Pippen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Passes it to the Beast. Outside, Porzingis. And here's Tatum for three. Offensive rebound. Shots good by the Beast. The Beasts got 9 points in the quarter.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jeffries can't get it to go. Boston leading by 13. Left side, Brown. Tatum gets it to go inside.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. To the paint, here's Pritchard. A rebound by Washington.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
But Trey. Jeffries can't get it to go. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Nets trail by 17. Here's Jeffries. It's deflected, and they get it back. Hansen can hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's the Beast. Yep, that one goes in there. The Beast's got 22. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Boston.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Of course, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Josh Hart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. 4 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's the Beast. 35 points for him last game against Toronto.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
Down low, here's Rupert. No good, unable to end this run. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's the Beast. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and
so it's the Boston Celtics holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against it.
Please give a big round of applause for your Nets Youth Nets team.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast, and there's Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the point. Here's Hampton, guarded by Tatum. Thomas, good.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it would probably be the three-point shot.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Nicholas Watson.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. Here's the Beast. Next up. On the 3-ball.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Thomas. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Pass to the Beast. To the middle. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. Here's the Beast. He's got 32. The shot comes out. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Thomas. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. And it's Brown missing. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Brown against Thomas. Here is Jeffries. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. For three. Thomas, no good.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Up top, Tatum. 7 points in the game. And there's the pass to the Beast. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off the shot. 24-second violation. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there
New group in for the Celtics. Porzingis, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Dunn comes in for Josh Hart. The Beast, he's checked in for White. And it's Pritchard in for Pippen. Nicholas Claxton out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Hansen. Then there's Forte. And it's Jeffries in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And stolen by Tatum. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The Celtics have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Porzingis passes to the Beast. To the inside, out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Tatum. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here is Jeffries. Pass to Forte. The high post shot. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And stolen by Tatum. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
Greg, we see the NBA finding.
Substitutions on the court.
Here is Jeffries. To the paint. And that one's good. Forte's got 17 points here in the second half. Celtics leading by 20. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Brown the pass to the Beast. Boston, no good that time either. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's Forte missing. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's the Beast.
Last 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. It doesn't go for him. Nets trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Cameron Johnson. And Santi Aldama subbed in for P.J. Washington. Here is Jeffries. There's the three. Cans it from downtown. Cortez got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Left side, Brown. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Beast can't hit.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And they took charge when it counted, and will be notching their 9th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Beast.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For the three. No good on that one. It's the Nets now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Jeffries. A floater. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And it's the Celtics ball. It's an 18-point lead. Here's the Beast. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's now 37 points for the Beast.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thank you.